All right. We are live. We got a lot of things to cover here. A lot of things. I am telling y'all, we got a lot to cover. I have a lot to cover. Man, this last day was very, very good. World records, 2 world records. Actually 3 technically, because Holloway actually matched his world record. But this is funny, and it's confirmed yet again. I couldn't find it for the marathon because they had a whole section. But again, before this YouTube channel was created, and I'm using this prologue to let people come in for this live. But before this YouTube channel came in, these announcers were not saying this. But remember, you are watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise. And I'll let Tim Hutchins say it.
Literally and metaphorically, head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
That are head and shoulders above the rest. Thank you guys for coming out. Don't forget to kiss the diamond. As always, we're going to be covering these events on day number 3. Let's see. Do I got this on the screen? No, I don't. This is crazy. I really like how they had this scheduled out. This was perfect. 3 world records. Like, what a way to end the championships. They ended with some world records. There was some big upsets and everything like that. But yeah, this is crazy. So I'm gonna cover from the morning session because we had finals there, and in the afternoon session. With that, like I said, I'm letting everybody come out. Don't forget to smash the like button if you're here. Mita Vamp said 3 world records in the last day for Holloway, Duplantis, and Rojas. Romanchuk got a silver doing triple jump for the first time being a long jumper. Quite impressive. Yeah, that is crazy. We had another person. There was. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, never mind. That is exactly who you're talking about. Why did I not picture Romanchuk with the face to the name? Yes, that was crazy for. That was crazy. All right. Yeah, this is exciting. I'm looking for an image right here. You guys give me a second, but let's go ahead and cover the men's high jump real quick. Let's cover the men's high jump. We're gonna go to triple jump. Then we'll go through the rounds of what happened earlier. But look, we got South Korea with the win in the men's high jump. I think that's got to be a surprise, to be honest. I'm pretty sure that most people coming into this would have thought Gianmarco Tamberi would have gotten the win, and I would have thought that he would have gotten the win. I guess he's pretty good at time marks, just like at the Olympics. But that's pretty crazy. So, South Korea's Sang-Yek Woo with the winning jump, 2.34 meters with the gold. Switzerland's Gash, 2.31. And that would have gotten a second just because of the countback. Tamberi tied for third, actually, with Kerr of New Zealand. I wonder how they'll do that. Do they give out a secondary medal or anything like that? But congratulations to those competitors in the high jump. Let's go over to cover the triple jump, this is very crazy right here. This is very crazy here. All right. Now look at this world record. This world record right here is an entire. First off, okay, look. The world record beat the old world record, which would have been like, I think the commentators, Tim Hutchins, mentioned that, and I actually forgot that one of the athletes, they got caught using drugs or whatever. So that was like a 15.4 something. Look, this, you can't even argue with this one now. You didn't beat even the drug enhanced one. Her technique is better than everybody else's. It was looking like that Rojas wouldn't have it. That's what people were saying. Hey, the second phase or whatever. And when I saw that, I was like, nah, that looks to be somewhere where we would want it to be seen. Yeah. But a 15.74 world record, okay? This is one whole meter beyond second place. Every single one of her jumps, including the fouls, were over 15 meters. She was literally like competing against herself. And I remember She Is Bree Wayne, if she's here or not, I'm not sure if you're here in the live. She was literally talking about how she's basically like the Usain Bolt of this thing. This is complete domination. Nobody's even close. Nobody can hope, not a hope and a prayer at all. The only way Rojas can lose now is if she defeats herself. Like she keeps fouling all of the jumps because she just got to get one clear. And everybody else struggles to get 15 meters. Now outdoor, they might be in, more shape and whatnot. Everybody else struggles to get to 15 meters, and she's doing it like she's eating candy. So this in itself, that's crazy. Where is this at? Let me put it on the screen. The world record. Congratulations, improving your own world record. 15.74 meters. She improved her old world record by 1 foot. And she's 1 meter, which is over 3 feet, beyond second place. Congratulations. Marina Beck-Romanchuk of Ukraine, congratulations to you with a personal best 14.74 in silver. And then Kimberly Williams of Jamaica. I'm pleasantly surprised. I gotta say, I am pleasantly surprised that she got a medal here, because you know what? I could think that that she would get silver, because it's basically who's competing for silver and bronze behind Rojas. I would think that she could get a silver or bronze, but then when you're looking at some of the athletes in the field, Tia LaFond, that's one. Mamona, she underperformed here. That was the biggest thing to me. She underperformed. Mamona could have done better, and I think that is what allowed. Now they're gonna load up her page. That is what allowed some more room in that fight up front, but. I'm actually pretty happy that Kimberly Williams got this bronze here. I would have liked to see her get a silver, if I'm being honest. But yeah. And then Mina Vamp said Rojas and Duplantis are competing against themselves. Exactly. Yeah, both of their indoor world records are better than their outdoor world records. Yeah, this gotta be scary to the competitors. They gotta be over here looking like they gotta be sweating. All right? They gotta be sweating. They got to be sweating looking at these two competitors. All right, they got to be sweating, because I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see any way that any of the other athletes can beat them at this point. Not at all. Not at all. But let's move on. Let's move on here. I won't bring this up here. I won't, because these were the heats. But in the 4x4. Let me make sure you guys are seeing the same screen. I am. Yes, you are. So, but in the 4x4, unfortunately, the U.S. pulled an oopsie. Actually, I will go here. Where's the men's? And is that Isaiah Harris is his name? I want to make sure I got his name, because he's the 800 athlete here. He pulled up something. And I want to say this. I hope Isaiah Harris, I'll put up his picture here. Although I would have liked to see Donovan Brazier make it through in that 4x4, and Harris actually really did come through and do his thing and kept going. Yikes. I hope whatever pulled up on his, I think it was his right calf muscle or something like that, or Achilles, whatever that was that he was fighting through, hamstring, I don't know. Whatever it was, I hope it didn't ruin the rest of his season, because man, yeah. And the crazy thing is that had he only been about a half a second or so quicker, and they would have made it through to the next round. It didn't even take that much. It was that much of a difference, and that was a brave move. The Francois said, poor Isaiah Harris, he is super brave. Many would have quit. Yeah, That's just the fight right there. That is the fight. When it's at a championship, I'm sure that if this were the individual 800 or he was running individually, who knows? He might have quit, or maybe he would have tried to keep going. I just wonder. I just wonder. Wait a minute. They got us at the headlines. Let's go back here. Yeah, that was crazy. But with that being said, let's move on. That became a European championship. There were no other non-European teams in the men's 4x4. I found that very interesting. Then the women's 4x4 kind of went to form to me. The men's 3,000. All right. Wait a minute. Not the start list. The results. Let's get this. Let's look at the results here. Man, that men's 3,000. Where we at? Where we at? I gotta say this. Barrega, he did his country proud. He did his country proud. He actually took down the competitors. He came by and won. He stepped down from the 3,000. This is kind of crazy because this is the longest event you could do indoor. So he's coming from the 10,000 meter Olympic champion as a 10,000 meter Olympic champion, coming down and do the 3,000. Haile Gebrselassie has won this twice. So now he's there, and Haile Gebrselassie kind of really put the modern distance running on Mark. Obviously, Maurice Gifter was the one, Gifter the shifter, with that huge kick. But then Haile Gebrselassie, I think, improved that, and then Kenenisa Bekele took it to the next level. So if we're going to talk about who's the Michael Jordan or something like that, I would say, or even a Usain Bolt, I would say that was Haile Gebrselassie, and Barrega is quickly becoming Ethiopia's face of distance running. He's over here just dominating at different ranges. Now he just needs a world record or something in his belt. Then we got so he got a 7.4138, edging out his teammate Lemaitre Girma, also of Ethiopia, 7 minutes 41.63. Mark Scott of Great Britain. That was a great move at the end. I look forward to seeing him outdoor. Whatever he's gonna do in that 5,000 or the 1,500. 7:42.02. This is gonna be interesting. I'm surprised that Ebenyo, he had just, I think a week or two ago, he just ran a 26:50 something for a Rhodes 10K. So he's more in shape to do the Rhodes. I'm not surprised he got outkicked. Yeah. Let me see. Daryl Richardson, what's up? The Francois said, I just hope he doesn't mess up his season. The pain looks super bad. Yeah, for talking back in the 800. And then Richardson said, Bekele is the GOAT. Shout out to you guys that are here. Mina Vamp, the Francois, and Daryl Richardson. Let's move on to the next one. This is kind of crazy. I'm not surprised that Ebenyo didn't have that kick. I'm surprised he actually kept up as long as he did. He only got outkicked, I think, really in that last 80 meters or so. So that's looking pretty good for him. I'll cover the pole vault in a second. Let's go to the 60. Well, women's long jump. Here we go. All right. Let's see. All right. So this was kind of crazy because Serbia actually stopped. Let me put Brume at the on the screen for a second. So Brume here, she's always just there. I think she has it in her to win. She's another one of these athletes that is just there. If she gets it right, or if one of the other people falls off, and in two cases, she's the one that fell off and that she could have taken the win. In two of these championships, she's the one that fell off. She keeps getting the silver, the bronze, and everything, but she has what it takes to actually win. I like that she was rocking her natural hair this time around, so that's great. But yeah, Brume has what it takes to win, and this was the first time she was competing in the long jump this entire season, and she has something wrapped around her ankle, so she's probably struggling through with some kind of injury. But Ivana Vuleta of Serbia, world leading mark, 7.06 meters with the jump. She got that on the second to last, the penultimate jump. So congratulations to her on the gold. S.A. Brume of Nigeria in second, like I said. She definitely carries the torch for Nigeria, though. whether it's the men or women or anything there. She's definitely bringing it through. Lorraine Eugen of Great Britain. I want to say Brume, Eugen, and Flynn all have the same coach. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they all have the same coach. But yeah. But Eugen, congratulations on those three ladies, gold, silver, and bronze. Let me see. You said Diami is very talented. Hey, y'all notice that I put Diami's picture on my profile here. Look, man, I don't know what you're talking about. You said Diami is very talented or something like that. What are you talking about? I have no clue. Are you talking about something on the screen here of being very talented? I don't know. Is that what you're referring to? I don't know, man. I'm going to just put it out there. Maybe you thought something like this. I looked at her jumping. I don't know what y'all looking at, but I don't know. But yeah, the Francois said, I love Brume, but she is just not a winner to me. She jumped 7.17 last year, but not even 7 meters at the Olympics. Yeah. Poor from Sagnia. Oh, yeah. Yep. This was actually a surprise here. There were a couple of surprises. One of the ones that was one surprise, and then Brume, I thought she could. Well, this was her first one, so I guess what do you expect from her first one out? She was a little bit rusty here, but yeah, this was kind of crazy with this women's long jump. So Serbia went crazy. They stopped rooting for Brume once she was within 3 centimeters of the champion, the eventual champion. They were like, no more clapping. Everybody, shh, stop clapping. They were loud for it, and then they said, eh. So congratulations to those ladies. All right, next event, where we at? But here we go. Let's go to the women's 800. All right, y'all already know the story I told y'all about Aji Wilson, so I'm gonna let that speak for itself. She got a gold. I'm glad that she got this. I'm gonna just say this one here. These are the long sprinters, and I will be calling this long sprinter. I don't look at it as middle distance. When I looked at what they call where you could do full out effort, like full out effort in your anaerobic ability, it goes up to 2 minutes. And because even the women are running at or under 2 minutes, obviously some people's bodies, their anaerobic threshold will cut off and it'll go to aerobic, primary aerobic before 2 minutes. Some will go slightly after. So there's that. The long sprinters, here we go in the 800. Oh my goodness. Natoya Gould, what the heck is going on? She cannot get this thing together on an international stage. She kind of reminds me of me, because actually, this is how I am in 800. I'll be leading the race, and then boom, I'm a leader in the 800. I push the pace. I'm going out faster in the 400 and an 800 than I have in the 400 in an open, which is kind of weird. I just can't get it right in the open. But gosh dang it, Natoya, I would like to see her. This is another one of the athletes. Can she get a medal? Because she keeps getting shut out. Unless I'm wrong, I don't think she's gotten a single medal at all. She keeps just getting right there. She keeps just getting right there. And she was leading this race. I was pulling for her. I'm just like, okay. At one point, I was like, okay, I'll be happy if she got a gold. And I was like, wait a minute, slap. No, Wilson gonna get the gold, but Gould, you can get a medal. And then once I realized that she went to the outside so she could push away Wilson, and then I didn't see any move from her. Her body just maintained the same pace. I'm just like, gosh dang it. She was running like she was running like she had lead in her legs. She just didn't have it. She doesn't have that gear. So that's the unfortunate thing. She became the pace setter for everybody else. But Aji Wilson with the win, 159.09. That was kind of expected. She was the second fastest in the world this year. And when Keely Hodgkinson pulled out, it was not even a question about who the overall favorite was. For Winnie Halu from Ethiopia. Just over 2 minutes. Congratulations for the silver. Halima Nakayi. And she's normally a fighter. Like, I think she won the World Championships in Doha over Wilson, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that Rogers? I don't want to say it was Rogers. But I think it was Wilson. And then she kind of like pushed her. And then Wilson lost all momentum. And Nakai, if she comes out to it, she'll be boxing you for that win. Yeah, Halu came through. Natoya is older as well. Time is running out for her to collect medals. Yep, the Francois, I agree with you. She's gonna have to do something. She better do some downhill running, uphill running, something, some resistance training to get some kick in her. What I would suggest here is that after her workouts, if she isn't doing it right now, because this is something that helped me, almost after every workout, if you do a 300, even if you were doing 200 repeats, immediately after that, you go over to the other side of the field, 300, you pretend that somebody's chasing you or you're trying to catch somebody else. It's a lot easier if you actually got training partners, which I am sure that she has a lot of others that aren't professional athletes. And then whoever the best was, they go in the back, they got to chase somebody. Whoever the worst was in those workouts, they go in the front. In her case, she should just be going in the front and making sure that she isn't passed, but she might have to go in the back just so she can get used to catching other people. And I mean, that helped me dramatically because I had no type of kick at first. And that type of workout thing, if she's listening to this or the word gets out to her, great. The word gets out to her, great. Now, let's move on to the next event here. The next event. Let me pull up something on the screen first. Where am I at? Let's see. Let me pull something up on the screen. Because I'm going to have to pull this one up. There's one. I got to pull my images here. If y'all bear with me. I couldn't port it over from here. But yeah, this is what Duplantis and Rojas got all the other athletes like this. They are literally with the ice pack on their head. And then they're over here sweating. That's what they're looking like. They're like, huh? So where we got next? The 1500. Oh my goodness. I can't find the image I have for this. It's going to take too long to pull it up. So forget about that. I actually kind of expected this as soon as I saw Ingebrigtsen's face before the start of the race. He looked a little bit different. He was trying to do his poker face, but he looked a little bit different. The Francois said the workout you're mentioning really helped my endurance as well. Yeah, that type of thing, that works. That works. I'm telling you, as a person that couldn't kick, and I lead the races in the 800, and I'm quick in my own right, but not world class, obviously. But yeah, so here he took over. He took, man. Haile Gebrselassie was one of the best distance runners ever. And still is, really. Haile Gebrselassie had this record here, the championship record. It was a 3:33.4 or something. He actually had the second fastest 1500 behind Hisham El Garouj before. In the same race that Hisham El Garouj broke the world record. They were both under the old world record. But yeah, in this championship record, Haile Gebrselassie championship record was beaten. Samuel Tefera, good win with that one. Jakob Ingebrigtsen, I just am looking at him like he kept looking over his shoulder too dang much. I don't know what was going on with him here, but it was clear he was off. I know they didn't have the projector screen, but he started looking over his shoulder almost as soon as he took the lead. I think he was looking over his shoulder because he wanted somebody else to take the lead. Because I think when he went to the lead, it was kind of reluctant. And then he went all the way to like lane 4 or something in the beginning of the race. Unnecessary stuff. I guess he thought it was going to be a little bit slower. A-Rop went out harder to try to push the pace. And it was kind of sort of an even run race anyway. But Ingebrigtsen, he was clearly out of it on this one. But it happens sometimes. Now, I'm going to say that Ingebrigtsen is definitely not a Hisham El Garouj. The only time Hisham El Garouj lost in his races with that, because some people are starting to try to put up the comparison here. Hisham El Garouj, even though he broke his, well, technically, what's his name record, but even though Hisham El Garouj was basically undefeated in the 1500, especially at championships, he only lost those two Olympics. One, he got tripped, and then another one, something else happened with him. He just had two mess ups at those Olympics. You get him at the World Championships, any track race, it's like a boxing match. Hisham El Garouj barely ever loses. So I got to say that he hasn't shown that type of form of dominance just yet. And then Kipsang in third. That's your first, second, and third here. Congratulations to those men. Now, moving along, the 60-meter hurdles, our last individual, well, track race. All right, Grant Holloway. Man, Grant Holloway comes out and he kind of looks, he's got that lurching look to him. Like, he's got that lurching look. His shoulders are broad and up. His head's usually a little bit down and everything like that. He was focused when he came through. He matched his world record in the semis. He actually flinched. He flinched before the start, and I was like, once he flinched before the start, I'm like, yeah, he's not going to get the world record here or be even near it. And then he hit the third hurdle. It's fortunate he didn't even fall over, because it could have easily turned into a flinch. His race is messed up, and then he hits a hurdle and falls. So in this case, he came through with the win. He's way above everybody else, way beyond and above everybody else's ability. Congratulations. Oh, wait a minute. Going back to the 1500. I think you guys must be a lot further behind than I am. So I'm going to slow down the commentary a little bit, because as soon as I'm on to the next event, you guys are commenting about the last one. So I'm going to slow it down just slightly. But yeah, as far as Ingebrigtsen, Daryl Richardson said Ingebrigtsen looked like he did in Doha. Yeah, he looked very, I guess, tired, or something like that. He just he's a hit and miss when it comes to these championships now. And he's actually hit and miss on a regular track race, because he could do well, and then you see him in a random 5,000. I guess it's like Mo Farah. Mo Farah really wasn't that dominant when it came to regular races in the 5,000. He just put it together at the championships. If you look at his races, it wasn't until later on, toward the last few years of him being on the track, where he could kind of dominate. So for me, I was like, yeah, if Kenny Bekele didn't injure himself, he wouldn't have been there. And then eventually he kind of earned the respect from me, as if I'm a big shot, with how he was doing that. It said, well done, Grant, but I would like to see a little more consistency in finals. His main competitors will think they can have him in the finals. Happy for him still. Yeah, the Francois said, yeah, getting back to this. I think that the biggest problem here with Grant Holloway is he gets into a final, and the man, he can win because he's so much faster. He's essentially like where Usain Bolt could mess up and still win. He's not even at his best, because his best is so much better than everybody else, that really he could run an average race for him and still beat everybody else. He could do that in the 60-meter hurdles, the 110s. But the problem is that, just like he said at the Olympics, the pressure got to him. So I think maybe some of the pressure was there, especially because the Olympics. But he did flinch, so maybe that's more of it than it was a pressure thing. He flinched, and the starter, man, this dude is funny as heck. This is a funny picture. I did not notice this picture. Did they have this last year? Dude, the guy is goofy. All right. I mean, he just really is kind of goofy. You say he's unbeatable right now. Yeah, for right now, yes, he is very unbeatable. Martinat Lagarde, 7.50 in second for France. Eden, 7.53 for third. Congratulations to these men right here. Congratulations to these men. Let's move on. Let's go over to the pole vault. A world record to end it off. Literally, he had to wait. As soon as it was finished at 4x4, he went bam. World record. So right here, Duplantis. That I'm just like, well, I mean, he looked pretty dang bad before it came in, but here he is with his girlfriend or wife, and he came through. He was like, yo, we celebrating right here. Boom, we got this. 6.2 meters. And in classic style of pole vault or, even high jump, especially pole vault, going just a centimeter above so you could get that world record money. Hey, it is what it is. He barely made it over this one. He kept passing most of the heights. He only jumped 4 times out of the pole vault started at basically the beginning of the meet. I think the meet lasted about 3 hours, and then he's the last one to go up. So they were out there competing for 3 hours. He passed most of them. He jumped 4 times, missed twice, and then on this last one, he got through. So he did a total of 7 jumps, way less than even the other people. Other people were jumping more than him. He jumped 7 times, and he got the world record. Other people were jumping 10 or 11 times, and they couldn't even get near him. He's the only person in the competition over 6 meters. Thiago Braz, which is the Rio Olympic Games champion, Olympic champion, he got second. He got an area indoor record, so congratulations to him. 5.95 meters. Chris Nielsen, I would have liked to see, he was very angry at himself. The way Duplantis is here hitting the ground saying, yes, that's how Nielsen was for the USA, and he knew he could get over 6. He knew he could get over 6 meters, but he didn't. And I was jumping out of my seat. I was like, come on, when he went over to the last attempt at 5.95, and then it just wasn't there. I was really in pole vault. I told y'all, that's my favorite event overall. Nothing else is even close to me. Nothing at all. And I was engaged in this. So, yep. Casey Lightfoot, I would have liked to see him do a lot better. He kind of really underperformed here. But yeah, let's move on. Now we got the relays. Let's cover the men, which is basically the European final. Oh yeah, by the way, commercial, non-commercial break to borrow Jason Black's saying. Don't forget to check out, we're about to, within the next week, probably 2, but the next week, we're going to announce the pre-tickets for this, which will be $200 to $300 cheaper if you get the tickets for the NFT, which supports the game, some of the animations that we'll be having out here. I'm waiting on the animator to finish up. I got one where it's some races going through in the 100, and much cheaper to animate than longer ones. And then also, I definitely, if you guys could come out and support that one, that'll be great. Those are the NFTs. It's on the Solana platform. That's what we're going through. And then one last thing about that, follow the page on Twitter. It is Trackstars _IO. Trackstars IO. I think it's underscore, if I'm not mistaken. But try Trackstars. You'll see the picture of the Jamaican 3D Jamaican runner right there. But we won't be using those, like I said, for money reasons and then potential other issues. We're not going to use that. Oh, wait a minute. Why did I exit out of that page? Here we go. Here. Not much to say. I don't think this was too exciting, the men's 4x4, in all honesty. Maybe it was because I didn't see anybody else other than the European teams here, because there weren't any big moves. It kind of went to form. You got one of the Borleys on there. Once they were close enough, Belgium was close enough, I kind of expected that. Great Britain's second leg, Haydock Wilson, I think, was the runner. They got Great Britain from like 5th into 2nd, and then Britain's team just really couldn't hold it together. I'm not too surprised between Poland and Netherlands. Coin flip on any given day. Either one of these athletes or teams could beat the other one. The Francois said the Great Britain anchor was underwhelming to me. Yeah, you know what? I was surprised. Great Britain should be doing better in this. They didn't have anything to do with that. They didn't have any. they were kind of out of contention except for the second leg. Even the third leg, the first leg, those runners, they didn't really do anything. It was really heartwarming to see Genevieve Russell jumping in celebration for the world record. Yeah, Thunder Juice said, yeah. A lot of these athletes are out here supporting the other ones. Like when you saw the women's pole vault, they were cheering on the men in the... Darn it, what was that? In the 400, matter of fact. They were cheering on the men in the 400 for the USA men in the 400. Let me say it that way. You see a lot of the camaraderie here. So it was nice. But here we go. Spain in second, Netherlands third, 306.52 for Belgium with a win. Congratulations to these teams. Let's move on. And the final race of the evening. You know what? In the future, I'm going to have to put some music and stuff playing on these broadcasts. Now, look. Here we go. I got to say one thing. I got to say two things here. Team USA. What? Team USA. Where was that at? No. Here we go. Team USA, Lena Irby. When they said that Irby, like I said, I got a bias for Irby, so I'm not going to go too hard on her at all. Y'all already know. They cheated her. I told y'all yesterday they cheated her. But here we go. Irby, when they said that she was anchor, I was like, but I guess if that's the best, and this is not to undermine, I just noticed this with her, especially while she was running. She kind of dies out real hard in the last 120 meters, and then a bulk of that goes to the last 75. And that's not really good when you come into a relay unless they put you in better contention. But she, at this championships, she was dying out real hard in the last 150 in this, and particularly when it comes to the last 75. You don't want that in a 400 athlete on a relay. They could have switched the order or something like that. But I don't think I could see the USA doing much better at all, to be honest, because Irby performed to expectation based on what I saw her do before at this same championship. I really am pulling through for her because she's going to represent Indiana very well. So that's going to be very interesting. But I was really... the Francois said Lena Irby could have been better, and I really like Irby. She is cool, but that anchor, man. Yeah, that anchor, I'm over here looking at her like, oh my goodness. And the reason why I'm even giving them even more of the flack is because she kind of did the little mistake last summer at the Olympics and whatnot. So yeah, other than that, really it's the rest of the team, because it's not just Irby. We were out of contention for the USA for the first leg, if I'm not mistaken. Robinson died hard. Jessica Beard really didn't do much. It was Avini that put us back in. Avini was over there, and she did it in the prelim rounds. Avini, let me see if I can bring her up. She was over here putting in work on that third leg. So she took us from, I think, fourth or fifth, all the way into second. And she went and passed up everybody, went in the second lane, and did what she had to do. And so I'm going to just have to give her flowers for that one. Congratulations. So it's really a whole team effort. We pay attention to the anchor a little bit more. Had the USA been a little bit closer at any one of those other legs, particularly Robinson and Beard, if we could get one of those two to run a little bit faster, knowing that Irby does die out a little bit in the last 75 hard, because you got to work as a coach, you got to work within your limits. You got to work within the limits. Mina Vamp, so true. MP2000 said they need real competition to push their records to the true human limits. Yep. The Francois said, with her experience, Beard could have held it together better. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was tired or something like that, and because she was flopping. Beard was flopping. I was surprised with that one. Robinson, I don't remember ever seeing her before. I don't recall Robinson competing at all. Let me see. I guess I can look at place fourth at the Olympics last year. I don't remember seeing Robinson out at a major championship, a major international championship before now like this. But maybe I'm just not recalling it. So when I saw that there, I was like, well, that's the inexperience or whatever, and whatnot. And it could be the indoor thing. But Jessica Beard, that was like, okay, you could have done better. Now, getting up to here, coming from the bottom up. Actually, let me do this real quick. Y'all already know. Where is it at? You got to remember, you got to think, you got to outthink your competition. Y'all got to outthink your competition. The U.S. kind of ran like booty, okay? The U.S. kind of ran like booty. Yeah. Fireheart said, Stephanie did so well. Y'all better leave her alone now. And then Daryl Richards said Avini is tough. Yeah. Look, I told y'all about McPherson. But forget the going in reverse order. Poland did what it did. When I saw Ursatich right there and Femke Bowl, I was like, dang it, it's over. Because one, McPherson, going back to Lena Irby, this is what I went through my head. I was like, McPherson is just faster than Irby. There's no way that Irby's going to hold on to McPherson. It's more like she got to use her as motivation to keep as close as possible. Leading Ursatich was way too close. And I was like, I hope Femke Bowl don't have it. Because with those, Ursatich is just, Poland has a 4x4 team. They know how to put together the relays. And when I talked to my buddy, that was like us. We didn't really have any standout 400 athletes at all at our high school. But then when we thought back, we were talking about this the other day. I was like, dang, I guess we were a relay team. We didn't have no standouts in the 100, the 200, and we kind of sort of had a 400 eventually. But we could win the 4x1, the 4x2, or the 4x4, especially the 4x2 and 4x4. We were state champs in the 4x2. So I'm just like, okay, that I guess that's what Poland is. That's what some of these teams are. Great Britain. They don't have standouts, but they could put together a relay. This is what we got to do here. And I'm like, man, it was a bad position for Irby to be in. But getting back to Stephanie and McPherson, I said it the other day. People were hating on McPherson. The only thing I got on her about was that she was breaking down last year. I guess it's kind of expected because everybody responds differently. She pouted and everything, and I really didn't. As an athlete, I don't want to see somebody pout. I can see somebody get angry or whatever, feel salty, but pout, no. Fireheart said, Geneve Russell ran such a great leg. These 400-meter hurdlers do very well on the 4x4. Yes, the 400 hurdlers and them 800 athletes, the shorter distance 800 athletes, not the long ones. I'm telling y'all, the sprinter-based 800 athletes are where it's at. And then Fireheart also said Poland has incredible 4x4 teams, very well drilled as well. Yeah. So Poland, I expected them to finish where they were. Femke Bowl was a question mark because put under pressure, like she said, that was the first time, so it was there. But McPherson, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Team Jamaica. I was actually, I was upset that the USA couldn't get a medal. I got none of the old rivalry thing for the most part between it. I like to see good teams do well. And I would have liked to see the United States win, but congratulations. Y'all know it's a huge Jamaica contingency on this channel, and I got to be as I be. Congratulations to Team Jamaica with this one. I couldn't see him putting a step wrong. Bromfeld was the question mark to me. And based on what she did earlier in the day. Daryl Richardson said, I still thought McPherson would flame out at the very end. Okay, look, a lot of y'all think McPherson be flaming out at the end. Look, when McPherson is on a relay, she don't really do too bad. The only people she flames out against are really against athletes that are much, much better than her. Femke Bowl, if she was closer, she might have been able to get her to flame out because, I mean, look at what happened the other day. She did not flame out so far this season. She only does that when she's facing somebody way above her. She can flame out against Felix. She can flame out against Why am I missing her name from the Bahamas? Gosh, dang it. Dang, I can't get her name. But yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. There's only like a handful of athletes, 2 or 3, that can make her really burn out. Other than that, McPherson, in her own right, like I said, she can get these things. And now, doesn't she have the Jamaican record anyway in the 400? Let me see. Personal best. Doesn't she have the Jamaican record, or she just missed it? I forgot. So, I mean, at the end of the day, she is the best that 400 athlete that Jamaica has put together, and that's even including Sharika Jackson. So, yeah, Shanae Miller-Weibo. Why the heck can I not remember Miller-Weibo? But there's only a handful of other athletes that could outdo McPherson. She just has terrible form, and I got to just say it. She got terrible form. And so when she starts to blow up, her form really just goes bonkers. And so people then put the attention on her and then say, well, she looks real bad. You said, no, she doesn't. Well, I got to say she has terrible form because when you look from an upper point of view, she's leaning forward and then her arms are crossing over a little bit too much. Lorraine Fenton has a Jamaican record. Okay, thank you for that one. So when it comes down to it, that's where I'm looking at that she has terrible form. If you compare her to the other 400 athletes, she's leaning forward a lot more. And she rocks a lot more than the other athletes. That's what I mean by terrible form. And you got to look at from an aerial view, you'll see it a little bit more. If you see her from the side view, you won't notice it. You see it from a straightforward perspective and an aerial view like they do sometimes in these track meets, you'll see that she's rocking her body. That's what I mean by terrible form. Because one of those athletes, if they're doing that, you see this in the distance runners more. They're running slower, but you see it in the distance runners. They'll rock this way and that way. Oh, you said I'm not talking about her form, I meant the record. Oh, okay, gotcha. But yeah, as far as that, this was a great end to it. I wish that I could get the finish. Oh, the finished photos are here. There we go. I wish I would have saw this the other day. Then I could have brought it up to the other stuff. But yeah, here it is. This is what I kind of expected. Once I saw the home straightaway, Irby knew what was up. She knew that she had to try to block from the inside and outside, and she really just didn't have. She couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. Ursatich is a closer. That one is for sure. And her teammates did not put her in the best position. They had to get her about 5 to 10 meters. They had to give her 5 meters more. And then, yeah, that's the thing. When she blows up with her bad form, it's out. She's out. She's out. But yeah, in terms of this going forward, guys, I'm going to do some more videos. I might try to do some videos that catch up. If you guys are just watching me, if you know, y'all know the world records got broken. I'm going to break them down because that'll help the algorithm, help new people view this. As more people view it, we can start, really doing this. But like I said, they've been starting to use Head and Shoulders Above the Rest. And Jenny Meadows keeps jacking it up when she's saying it. I know they watching this channel. There is no question that they're if they're watching the channel or not. I mean, I did get featured on there or something, or the algorithm said I was on there. I don't know. In the Diamond League, I didn't see the video itself. But now that I know that before this channel was created, they were not saying Head and Shoulders Above the Rest. You can look through every single one of their videos before May, or was it April or whatever, March of last year when I created the channel. They did not say anything above it. And now they're saying...
literally and metaphorically head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
Now we got this. I'm like, nah, it's gotta be there. It's gotta be there. So if you guys could share. That's why I say it's very important. I want to try to grow the sport if I can. I want to try to be able to bring in some support. Where if you guys want to support a track and field league, that's going to take a lot of legal work. That's going to take a lot of effort. It may or may not happen. I can't promise that it will happen. But at least what I'm going to try to do is come out with a competent track and field game. One is a mobile game. And this is the side subject. If you guys want to still talk about the events, you can do it in the comment section. But one is a mobile game. where I think it might run for you, and then you can enhance them with maybe the shoes or the clothes that you have on, like special outfits that you can have, or you could just tap them and then there's something else. I'm working with the designer now with how we want to do it, but that's only going to happen if we can do these NFTs very well, because a good portion of that money that's going from that NFT will go into doing a virtual track and field league. When I say virtual, that means 3D track and field. So if you guys want to just share this video, that is the most important thing here. Smash the like buttons while you're here. Share the videos. Share the post if you want to screenshot the post that I did. And if anybody wants to help support that, definitely email me, because it's HeadAndShouldersATR@yahoo.com. Then email me and say, hey, look, if you need any help organizing these things or whatever that is, because there was a Liberian sprinter, I guess, that was did a comment on a post, and I just told him to email me. So you guys, thank you guys for coming out. This has been a great World Athletics Indoor Championships that was hosted in Belgrade in this 2022. I'm looking forward to some of these meets outdoor now. We got Mboma that's about to be challenging the women in Masalingi in the 100. And as I said yesterday, we know how that is. I'll bring it up again later when it's relevant. We got Richardson that'll come in here, and she's going to do her thing, or she's going to try to do her thing. So she's going to try to have a party on the track. So, you know, Richardson's going to be there. We got Elaine Thompson Hero, Shelly Ann Fraser Price. They're going to be trying to put their mark out there. Can Brianna Williams carry herself over from this PR in the 60 and now bring it together in the 100? I think it's clear. It'll be a surprise if she doesn't make the Jamaican team outright. Now they got 4 Jamaicans that can go to the World Championship final, right? So I'll be surprised if Williams does it. So yeah, shout out to my Ethiopian women. They were dominant. Daryl Richardson says, yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to Team Ethiopia. I may have a bias there, so I just won't say that, but shout out to them. But yeah, can she do it? Can Bunji come through? Can Bunji come through and really get a medal? I think it's hard pressed to say that she will get a medal, but there is no telling. She's one of those athletes. She's just like Brume, Talu, one of those other athletes. If they're not at their best, or they randomly will have their best. I think Brume is more like she defeats herself than the Talu effect. Talu defeated herself with that silver. Never mind. But Kambunji got the title finally. I would have liked to see Briscoe. Can Briscoe recover and do something outdoor? Because Briscoe's now got Richardson for the USA Championships and her other teammates there. Tiana Daniels always makes a team, so I'm going to just look forward to Tiana Daniels and whatnot. They said many people open their seasons on the 9th in Bermuda. I'll be looking at that. Rojas was incredible too. She's going 16 meters. Yeah, I can see that. I'll be surprised if she doesn't. I'll be surprised if she doesn't hit 15.9 something. If she doesn't go 16, 15.9 something seems fair. Thunder Juice said that's an awkward photo. Yeah. When she did this, man, Kabuji just left us with a couple of good pictures. Can the Swiss relay team challenge for a relay medal this year? Now that is going to be a very interesting scenario, because now we got Kambunji. We know she's pretty decent. Then we got is that Del Pont? Yeah, Del Pont. Unless I'm thinking of a different team, but I think Del Pont is a Swiss athlete, unless she's German. But I think she's a Swiss athlete. And then we got her sister, kind of questionable with that, but yeah. I think Kambunji can go 10-8 or 7-9, but I can't see her getting a medal with that. Fireheart said. There's no telling. No telling, because this is what we do. The races are there for a reason. I thought Coleman had this wrapped up, and well, obviously it was still a very quick time. So yeah, Kambunji will have to have that, but can Coleman bring it together? Now I know a lot of y'all have been saying, hey, Coleman, this is definitely he's not going to be able to bring it together in the 100. Look, we've seen this before from Coleman himself. He looked pretty bad in the semis in Doha, and then he came through and he was able to pull it through. Also, we've seen athletes in the past not really do too hot after being out. Either most of the time it's been from injury, really. And then they'll come by after the indoor season and then they'll dominate. I mean, I can't call out Coleman until I see his first two. His first one, I'm gonna say he's rusty because he's still got the inexperience of that, and then that's finishing the first 100 after such a long time. Oh, my rabbit's over here happy too. So my rabbit, she wants to see Coleman win. So she over here doing some binkies and jumping around as I mentioned that. But yeah, the first Diamond League is in Doha. He ran 9.88 in Doha semi. The only person to break 10. Then what am I thinking of for Coleman? Was that Coleman looking pretty shaky in the No, I think maybe his form was looking shaky. It's either the World Championships, the last World Championships in 2018, or it was Doha. But it was something that he looked pretty shaky in the semifinal, to the extent that the announcers were like, yeah, maybe he can't beat whatever. And I wanted to say they were saying that he couldn't beat Justin Gatlin. And that's why I say there. They said Coleman must be thanking the heavens for his pass at the champs. That semifinal was not great. Yeah, that was there. That was there. I think he broke down mentally like this, but of course he was looking like Shelly Ann Fraser-Price last year. But can he bring it together? Who knows? Can we see her theatrics outdoor? Can she get a medal or something? Because Camacho Quinn about to be in the driver's seat again, and she's about to be in the driver's seat. Matter of fact, with Jamaica, I gotta say this. Now, I think Jenny Meadows was a little bit over enthusiastic. They said never thought Coleman had good form personally. Fireheart said, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think Jenny Meadows, when it came to the 4x4 in the prelims, I was going to bring up the video, but it might start lagging this. I didn't have it loaded up. But Jenny Meadows said something like, Poland, Ursatech is in the driver's seat in second. I'm like, wait a minute. How, when Jamaica has like a 15-meter lead and it's 150 meters to go, like, how is Ursatech in the driver's seat in second place? I was like, Jenny Meadows be saying some funny stuff sometimes. She be having me laughing and rolling, because that was a funny comment. I don't want to come at the announcers or anything like that before they start flagging my videos, because I really do like the announcers and what they do. That's why I became an announcer myself. So, but she do be saying some very interesting and funny statements. She was like, Ursatech is in the driver's seat, and I'm just like, huh? I'm like, driver's seat? You mean in a passenger seat? I'm like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, are we gonna see this? I think this is gonna be different with Camacho Quinn getting the win in the 100 hurdles. This is what she gonna be looking like. This is what what's her name for France is gonna be looking like now. She gonna be crying for a different reason. She gonna think she came in, and then she gonna be like, dang it, I got second. That's what's gonna happen. I mean, we do got our American that might do something, but who knows? What is this? Oh yeah, there's some more theatrics. She's gonna be coming through and doing that. But like I said, you got to be ahead of the competition. You got to stay ahead. Yeah. Let's see. They said that was London 2017. Yeah. Fireheart, the 100-meter hurdles is stacked though. It's so hard to medal. Fireheart said, the Frank Y said Camacho Quinn has the world record potential, but I expect Williams and Amusan should feature if Quinn is off. The announcers just be saying stuff sometimes. Fireheart said, yeah, man. Hey, look, Tim Hutchins, he do be saying something sometimes, but most of the time his stuff kind of goes with what they be saying. Jenny Meadows, it's kind of clear she has less experience, and Tim Hutchins has been there for what? Has it been 30 years now, or something like that? Tim Hutchins has been around for a long time. Now, here's my inexperience. I can't remember how long he's been, but Tim Hutchins has been there, so he doesn't say things, and you could tell Meadows is less experienced because that's something that I did when I was less experienced. I remember I was at the Indiana Regional Championship or whatever. I think it's Region 7 for youth. And I said something. She was Gatorade Athlete of the Year out of Indiana. That's where I think I saw Lena Irby at. And then met her and her mom and everything. But I said such and such is so far in front of the field, it made everybody else look like they're running in quicksand. Now, I said that as a live PA announcer instead of like on TV. And some things, I guess you shouldn't say live. But hey, everybody else is like, true. And then they just start. Man, I was sweating because everybody said, looked up at me. They made me apologize and everything for saying that. They said it destroyed the morale of the athletes. And I'm just like, even the athletes that were there, they said, nah, it's okay. Because some parent complained. But yeah, like, sometimes you say some off-the-wall things as an announcer. Let me see. Harrison has not been able to regain her 2016 form. DeFrancois said, yeah, that is true. I didn't want to jinx her or anything like that. Yeah. And then Fireheart said, Harrison, Amusan, Anderson, Quinn, and Williams all have meddling potential. Tapper. Oh, yeah, Megan Tapper. I kind of would, I want to see Megan Tapper get a win, but then I also want to see Harrison get a win because she's got the literal ability to win. She just somehow doesn't put it together at the international stage. So I really want to see her get it. But Tapper has a great personality. DeFrancois said Jenny is meh. I wish I have access to USA streams. Otto seems dramatic. Otto, he used to really be really terrible at announcing the distance races. I used to hate. This is what got me. I gotta reveal this now. It was either Otto or somebody else. What's the other guy with Otto? That maybe it wasn't Otto, but it was the other guy, the multi-eventer or gold medalist from there. And I mean, bless their heart and everything, but he was so bad with the distance races. I'm just like, it's putting me to freaking sleep. And I don't want to come at them because I know they listen to the channel, and I all respect to them as well because they're in that position and I'm not. It's easy for me to say that. And so I don't want to do that, but I just remember what my feeling was. I was like, what? I still will never forget the Hisham El Garouj can eat a candy bar and run 63 seconds at the 2004 Athens Olympics. Now that one is memorable. A lot of people didn't like that. I thought that was kind of comical. So I like that one. But yeah, Jenny, I'm just not going to say anything more. But Jenny, she's getting more experience. She's getting better and better as time goes on. And just like Otto and everybody else, they're getting better and better as time goes on. I don't think she's meh. I think she actually does bring some things there. I remember her announcing the long or triple jump, and it was clear. It's like they just put the mic in front of her and said, go. And she kept like repeating the same thing over and over, just like, I think it was Tim Hutchins. And he was just like, long jump, a very long jump, that was a big, big jump. And he just kept saying it over and over. And I'm just like, that was a bad jump right there. He was big, big jump. And I'm just, hey, this is a tangent though. Let me not do that. They say I like Otto's commentary too. I don't know. Fireheart said, Rob Walker is great. Daryl, I agree with you. Thunder Juice Tapper is a sweetheart, but she messes up more often than not. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore that for right now. Thunder Juice, Otto was doing commentary at Athens. Wasn't he competing? No. I'm not talking about Otto. I'm talking about the other guy. That was the announcer before that. Go to the Athens 1500. I can't remember the guy's name. He still announces here and there, especially the American commentary. I can't remember his name offhand. Because he's our decathlete, if I'm not mistaken. But the Francois said you were supposed to have one distance, one sprint. That's how mini streams usually are. Yeah. And then let me end it off here because I'm about to just end this now. Read the last comments. Coco, what the heck are you thumping for? You scared or something? Fireheart said, maybe it's because I said I was about to end it. Fireheart said, Tapper is just so short, and that's what used to bother her a lot. Since her coaching switch, she made great improvements. Don't think she'll mess up as much this season. She's shorter than Shelly, I think. So that tells you a lot. Yep. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end it here. Don't forget, somebody said that a certain athlete has some talents. I don't know. Maybe we're going to have the quote-unquote, I guess, woke crew or whatever they call them these days coming out here saying something. But somebody says somebody got some talents. I don't know what they're implying here. They're all athletes here. I know they're all athletes here. I did see some ladies' YouTube channel, and they were just like the rippling muscles on. I think they were talking about Justin Gatlin. They was talking about the rippling muscles on Justin Gatlin. So before the woke police and the demonetizers come in and start reporting this video, hey, look at the ladies' channels. They over here talking about some stuff, and I'll catch you all on the next video.